It's 8:39 on this Monday, and I'm really excited with our in-studio guest this morning. Let's welcome Ashley Cortes. Is it Cortes?
Yes.
Is it Cortes?
Yes.
Ashley Cortes from Waste Management, Santa Clarita Valley Waste Management. And the reason I'm so excited is because we're going to talk about recycling. And, you know, we have been recycling as a society maybe now for, I guess, like seriously recycling for maybe the last 15, 20 years. Yeah. I know I've had a blue container at my house in Stevenson Ranch. And I think we might be putting in some things that we think we're doing a really great job. But I think we're putting in stuff and we might be contaminating the stuff that is recyclable. Yes. So I think we need to be re-educated at this point in time.
Right.
So I'm so glad you're here, Ashley.
Yes, I'm so excited. Thank you guys for having me. I always love getting out and promoting recycling because it can be confusing. People don't know, and with all the different packaging that comes out, I mean, it can be a lot. It can be overwhelming.
It is a lot, and
yes.
and I think we're trying.
Yes, and I think people, it's like we call it wish cycling. People are like, yes, you know, they're just trying to do the right thing, but that's not always the case. And so I always just say stick to the basics: bottles, cans, paper, cardboard.
But the
we
paper,
can also put glass as well.
But the paper and cardboard gets a little confusing. We were talking about this off air, so
yes,
that also gets confusing.
I know, and we're going to talk a lot more too, like, because they're with SB 1383, which is organics. Basically, all of us are going to have to sort and recycle our food waste now. So that just came in effect January of this year. But back to paper and cardboard, yes. So as long as there's no food material on, you know, your cardboard and your paper, that can all be in your recycling bin.
So like a pizza box, that's a no-go because there's oil on that cardboard.
Right. So if there's a lot of oil, cheese, residue, then I would, you know, discard that. Don't put that in the recycling. There are hardcore recyclers that will take the top piece and put that in the recycling and put the greasy section in the trash. So it's up to you. But if it's pretty clean, I mean, if you're talking like a little, I would recycle it.
Okay.
But there was a lot of confusion with that. And so, and then always break down your boxes, get the most out of that container so that, you know, you can fit as much as possible. And always remember to keep food and liquid out of the recycling. You know, if you have that pasta jar, sauce jar, you know, just quickly just rinse out the residue and then put that in there because we don't want that sauce or stuff getting onto the good paper and cardboard because then, you know, it can't be recycled.
Then we've wrecked stuff, yes.
Yeah, so we just got to make sure we keep all the food and liquid out. And so just stick to the basics, like I said, and when in doubt, throw it out. That's what, you know, we like to say. So just basically bottles, cans, paper, cardboard. That's all that you should be putting into that recycling bin.
When in doubt, throw it out. I'm loving that. I need a t-shirt.
I know, we do.
Ashley, are we going to talk a little bit? You kind of scared me a couple of minutes ago when you're talking about the new food thing law, and I'm not going to lie, I'm scared. I'm totally petrified. Talk to us about what this is.
So basically the state, this is all state mandated. This isn't a Santa Clarita waste management thing. This is coming down from the state across the state. And so basically there's a lot of components to it, but for residents, we just want you to know basically eventually we're going to have to sort out our food waste. So inside our homes, we're going to have a separate process for putting the food, any leftover produce, meat, bone, and basically any food soiled paper could even go in there as well. But then, you know, then we're going to put that out on the curb. That's going to get taken and, you know, to be composted and whatnot. But right now, we're still working with the city on how that's going to look. So nothing's changed right now. We have time. We're going to educate, and it's a whole process. But just keep in mind that is coming. And most likely, we're hoping that the food waste will be able to go in. If you have a green waste cart at home, mix the yard waste with the food waste, and then that'll all get, you know, taken and recycled.
Oh,
so it wouldn't
okay.
Right as of right now,
Okay.
it wouldn't be a whole nother container just for food waste.
Okay.
One of the options would be to, you know, combine that with your yard waste material.
What about the stuff that we normally put? Okay, so all right. Oh, there's so many. Ashley, I have so many questions.
Every time I'm here, I'm like, we need to have like an hour-long thing here.
We totally do. We need our own show. We need the recycling show. Okay, questions. So, like, how about things like coffee grounds?
Yes,
Is that gonna
organics,
be,
yes.
So that's going to be in the new thing.
Yes.
Okay.
So coffee grinds, like I said-
Eggshells.
Eggshells, yes.
So, and then any kind of like old lettuce
Perfect.
that goes bad in the
Yeah, the apple core, the banana peel,
Yes.
the orange rinds.
Okay.
All that's going to go into, this organics container. But like I said, hopefully it'll just be all with the yard waste because technically it's all, organic. So, but yes, we
What
have
about
to put that.
what about things like, okay, so it won't happen in my house because I finish all my spaghetti. But let's say there's a plate of spaghetti that's not finished. Is that now also
Yes.
like food waste that you'd put into this?
Correct.
Even with the tomato sauce on it,
Yep,
and
it'll take the rice, any grains, pasta, all that. Even if it has the sauce, yes, technically yes. So that's why it'll hopefully help us get better at not wasting food. Sometimes I'm guilty of it. I overbuy some things, and then it's like, oh, it already went bad, and there I am throwing stuff. It's terrible.
Produce.
But this will help us hopefully get better at all that. So we'll see.
my lettuce.
Yes.
I have such good intentions
I
for my
know.
lettuce. I really
I know.
do.
I'm like, I am gonna eat that stuff all week, and then I'm like, no, here we are.
Ashley Cortes from Waste Management. We are going to produce all kinds of little promotions, and you'll hear them on KHTS in the future. And you're going to help us.
Yes.
We need help.
And I'm here. I'm here to help. This is what I'm for. We'll be at the Home and Garden Show, and if you we'll be there if you guys want to come visit me, and we can talk all things recycling and
how
about your
fantastic.
services. So yes.
Oh, fantastic. So we're going to have, so you'll be at Home and Garden. And right after we get off the air today, we're going to
Yes.
produce a whole bunch of promotion commercials,
Right.
in which you explain what to do. Because again, people have such good intentions.
They do.
But we just need to go back to the basics. What was
Exactly.
the phrase you just used? If
When in doubt, throw it out.
when in doubt, throw it out. That needs to be in one of the commercials. I'm telling you right now, I love it so much. Ashley Cortes from SCV Waste Management, thank you so much for coming in
thank
and
you for having me.
educating us. I'm a little scared about the food recycling, but
we're gonna get through it. It's
okay,
gonna be good.
Everyone just breathe.
Yes.
Everyone just
Don't
breathe.
worry about it. We're gonna get through it. It'll be just fine.
Ashley, always a pleasure to have you in studio.
Thank you.